Hi ladies, hi gents. I want to share a project with you today. Well, actually it's two projects, and it's a design team project for Wild Orchid Crafts, and as usual I will pop all the links down below in the description box, and also all the product codes of the items I use. First of all, I just want to run through the products, so I'll go through products quickly with you. Okay, so I use some of the Ivory Wild Roses, and these are 30ml, and the product code is QVR037. I use some of the white organza rose trimming, and I love this. And the product code is MKX366. I use some of the 40ml white trellis roses, and the product code is MKX682. Again, I've used some of the white double head pearl stamen, and the product code is MKX565. And I've used some of the large poinsettia blooms, and the product code is MKX222, and some of the small, and the product code is MKX224. So that's the products for the wreath that I'm going to show you. And then I've also got a table centerpiece that I want to share with you, and I'll just run through the product codes for that. And this is the large red poinsettia blooms, and the product code is MKX223. And I also use some of the small, and the product code is MKX653. I use some of this beautiful red guipure lace. Let me just show you this. Absolutely gorgeous, and I don't use much red, but you know, Christmas is perfect time. And the product code for this is MKX410, and these are new to Wild Orchid Crafts. These are the pretty Flori, and they're Christmas flowers. This had 2 red and 3 white ones, and they have another 3 or 4 different sets. This set is MKX465. So that's the products that I used across the two projects. But just quickly, I just wanted to share something else with you that they've got in stock. They have like little Christmas sprays, and these have just arrived, and these are for display on something else I'm doing. These are so cute. So they all come bunched up, but if you need to, you know, open them out a bit. So these are really cute. So I've got 4 of these ones, and this is gold cone with red poinsettia and berries, and the product code for these ones are MKX387, and these are so cute. I love them. They've got quite a few different styles of these. So that's those ones, but they also have these now. I've fallen absolutely in love with these ones. Again, they all come all closed up, and you just need to spread them out so they look like this. You know, they're all movable, so you can... I absolutely adore this. So this is Christmas berry spray gold with red poinsettia, and the product code is MKX378. Aren't they gorgeous? Really, really gorgeous. I'll be using these on my Christmas table. So it might not necessarily be on a project, but they're going to be used for Christmas. I absolutely love these. So I just wanted to share those with you. And they do, like I say, have other designs, and they are beautiful. Okay, let me show you my two projects. Last week I did say that I would be doing another wreath, because I've got to make a few for a few people. So this one is for my daughter, and this is a styrofoam wreath, and it's flat on the back, so it's not rounded on the back, and I have just tied strips of cheesecloth all the way around here to get the, and there's the hanger. Okay, so this camera's not expanding very well. Let me see if I can move it back a bit so you can see more. Okay, if I start at the top, so these are the trellis roses here, and let me just zoom in a bit. So these are the trellis roses, and just like I did on the wreath last week, I used embossing powder, and on this one I used the Shabby green embossing enamel, and it's so beautiful on these, it really is. Monique's theme, she wanted mint with white, so I love how these turned out. I've just got some beaded berries that were from my stash in between. Got tiny poinsettia here with the double head pearl stamen. And I've just done the same as I did on last week, so I've built up the poinsettias either side using the Shabby mint embossing powder, and then I've got the small roses here, and then the small poinsettias here, and I've repeated that either side so that it flows nicely. Oh, I've got some pearls up here as well, some nice pearls here and here that are adjustable, so she can twist them to however she wants. Got the hanger, and then just all the way around before I added the flowers I put the rosette trim, and I just love how that looks. So that was all the way around on the front, and it just gives it a lovely shabby texture on the front as well. And then down at the base of the wreath I made a big bow using cheesecloth, and then I've put some pearl spray either side, a couple of doilies, 1, 2, 3 doilies, and then with a poinsettia in the centre. So I'm really hoping she likes it. I'm sure she will, but you know, I did tell her I was making her wreath, but I didn't tell her what it was going to look like. You know, all she said was white and mint, so I'm hoping she loves how shabby it is. I'm sure she will. I mean, she's got me for a mother, so, and you know, a bit of my shabbiness is bound to rub off on her. She does love vintage as well, so yeah, so I'm hoping she'll love that. So that's my wreath. And I have to say again, I do love working with these poinsettia blooms. They are so good at taking inks, sprays, the embossing powder. They're just, I love working with them, I just do. I just wish I could use them more throughout the year, but you know, they're a Christmas flower, and perhaps that's why I enjoy so much when I do get a chance to work with them. So that's the wreath. Let me know what you think. Okay, the second thing is a table centre. So last week I told you my front room and Christmas tree is going to be pink and white. Well, the dining room is through the back of the house, and we're going with traditional in the dining room. So this is for in the dining room. Now, I seen this idea on Pinterest with the candy canes. So in the centre is a flower oasis, and what I've done is I've put candy canes all the way around the oasis, so completely all the way around. Now when I bought the candy canes, what I realised was even though they all came out the same boxes, I bought 3 boxes, and every one of them is a different size. We get them over here like this. They come in a box. You get 15 for £1 in the pound shop, and every single one of them is a different size, height wise. So I just went with it, and you know, so they go up, down, up, down, up, down, all the way around. And I used wire to attach the candy canes onto the oasis. The one I seen on Pinterest had roses in the centre, fresh roses, but I went with the you know, more traditional theme. So I just wrapped a piece of wire around it and then pushed it into the poinsettia, and it fell over a few times, and it was a bit fiddly, but I got there in the end. So let me just tell you, I then wrapped some burlap around the canes to hide the wire that was tied around it. This is where I've used that beautiful red lace underneath here. So it just peeps out in between the white. This is a lace that I had in my stash, and then I just tied it off with a red ribbon, which I tied into a bow at the front. And this poinsettia is out the Flori, the Pretty Flori set there, which is beautiful. And then in the top of my oasis, I went with poinsettias, pine cones and berries. So the poinsettias are made with the red poinsettia blooms, both large and small on each one, and then I just had some little wired berries that I put in the centre of them. And then what I did, because these are wired centres, I wrapped some florist wire around them and then pushed it into the oasis. So this can all be taken apart and the candy canes can be eaten. So then you'll see I've got pine cones and lots of berries, all just pushed in on wires into the oasis. But I had to try it. When I seen it on Pinterest, I thought I have to try and do that, and I am thrilled how it's turned out. I really am. I mean, you could do this with the white poinsettias as well. I just, because our table's going to be traditional red, I went with the red and the red berries. So I am thrilled how that turned out. Let me know what you think. It won't be sitting on this glass plate. This is for something else I'm working on. I just need to find a third piece. I want to do another table display. Oh, I've got Christmas bits lying around everywhere. So the theory is this one will go on top of it, but I do want another layer in between, another stand and plate in between. I found both these at a charity shop, £1 each, but I need to find a third piece before I can sort this one. So, okay, so that's my 2 projects. Like I say, all the product codes will be down below, but please do go check out the store. I could probably set that in the middle, couldn't I? Please do go check out the store, because they have so many yummy Christmas things in and beautiful new stuff, and it's just a wonderful shop, and you will love creating with what they sell. So hopefully I will be back soon with another video, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.